Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again, and my gorgeous friend from the Netherlands sent me a box last week with cards for the charity, and also she gifted me so much stuff. It was absolutely beautiful, and come to mind were these books, patterned cardboard patterns. They weren't quite 6 inches, they were about 5 7/8, if you notice. And I really wanted to do something with them, and they're just absolutely beautiful. So I have used, I think I've got that much left out of this packet. Just beautiful. There's 4 of those, and there's 4 of those left, and I've got 4 of them, and I cut one piece up too many, so I've still got loads of this left out of the other book, which is this one. Just beautiful. So I wanted to do them justice. I wanted to do something really nice with them, and I spotted somebody sent me a link. I can't remember if it was Carla or not, but to a lady called Dawn's Inspiration, and she was making a little pocket album, and she said it was for beginners, and I thought, oh, I'll have a go at that because I can do these papers justice. And I made it, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it is basically for beginners. It was so easy to make. I enjoyed making it, and I thought I only put DSP on the outside. I had to use a strip from another piece because I didn't quite have enough, because I used it on the inside as well. And there are these pockets, and the lady was using 7x5 pre-made cards. Well, I looked through my drawer and I didn't have any. I had some 8x8, so I cut them down and used them. But I've worked out I can do all this in one go and not bother having to add strips, because this is added on afterwards. So, and then these are just, I haven't actually pulled any out yet. I need to pull a couple of those out. I did just a quarter of the size of an A4 piece of card to go in there. And you can photo mat on, or you could add a photo on one side and journal on the other, or just add 2 photos. You've got space there for a photo. You've even got space there for 2 small photos. I know my gorgeous friend Teresa is really into album making at the moment, and because this is just normal cardstock, I strengthened it by giving maps to the inside and to the outside, and it's really, really strong now. It is, well, I couldn't physically break it, put it that way. And I've mirrored everything, so when it lays this way, it'll open up, and you've got 2 more pockets there. Open up, and if you notice, these are the same because we've gone back to those 2 and this last one. I just wanted to mirror everything in this book, and because the paper was short, I added ribbon to the outside piece. If you notice here, it's short because I had to cut them in half to get the 2 sides. Perfect. This is only cut by 3 inches, just so it's tucked under, so you don't, because you won't see inside the pocket. So I added the ribbon on the outside, and I'm going to be doing the same to this one. I've got a few ready. I'm going to make a couple with you. So on the outsides, I have got this beautiful ribbon. So I want to show you how to make it. It's so simple. And then if you open, look how flat it lies. Look how skinny it is. And if I can make it, I'm sure you can. I ended up putting some strips of paper down each little centre piece. You only needed 3. Because the spine was quite wide. Oh, that reminds me, I've cut my spine actually. I just added a 1/2 inch strip by the length, just on those. You only need 3 pieces because you won't get one on there, and you wouldn't get one at the end. So I just added these gorgeous little strips, and I think you could have added magnets, but you don't think it needs it because it lies so flat. Either way, it's just a really tidy book. Do you know what I mean? It's just all perfect. Like I say, it's not my idea. but I would like to showcase you. Now look at that when it stands up. You can fill each pocket with more photo mats if you want. You don't have to just have one. You could have up to, I'd say 3, 4 in each one. So you would get loads of photographs. You could decorate the front with photographs, on the inside with photographs, add some pockets, more tuck spots. It was just absolutely beautiful, and I loved these papers, and that's why I used craft card, because again it was thick and substantial, and it really makes this really strong. It's just, look, I'm bending on it and it's not hardly moving. So for a beginner's book, I can have it this way. Because I haven't decorated, you can have it either way. It doesn't make any odds because the pages are all running coincided. So you could say, oh, that's the back page, or you could spin it round and have it as your front page. It doesn't matter. They've all got these tuck spots in. So I'm going to need a couple of sheets of paper because I haven't cut them yet. So I'm going to take 2 card bases. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are just A4 pieces of card. You will need 2 full sheets. Cut them in half, and then we're going to cut them in half again. So you'll need 2 full A4 sheets for that as well. I never even wrote that down. I forgot all about that. So let me get my book. And 2 A4 cut in half and half again. So I'll hold that up. There are all the measurements if you want to pause that. This is for your DSP on all the flaps you'll need. You'll need 16 at that size, 8 at that size, 8 at that side, and these are for the inner and outer cover, and they'll be 4 at 7 by 5. And you will need craft card or just any colour cardstock just to strengthen. You will need 4 of those at 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. Oh, there, I put it there. So it's that one there, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. No need for me to write that again. So you go and get all your papers, come back and we'll make this together. Brilliant. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a little bit of a sniffle. I don't know what it is. I woke up this morning feeling rather not good. And you can do the same as what I did. You can round those corners off if you wanted. So I'm going to just cut these down. So these are my inserts now, and they all measure 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. If you're American, yours will be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But you can make these with US papers as well, because each page is 7 by 11. So you just cut yours down to 7 inches. Sorry. Yeah, so even the American style, you can cut your cardstock for the out. This is for the cover and the spine. So it's 2 at 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. You're going to score one side at 2 inches on both. Then your pages are 7 by 11. So you could just cut them down to 7. You'll need 8 of them. And then 2 extra to cut down for your photo mats. So 2 A4 cut in half and then half again, yeah. So I used my cheeky little corner rounder because I didn't want to get the big thing out. I just wanted to do everything really quickly, and I just rounded off opposite corners. You're going to need to round off your corners. These are your 7 by 11s, and again you're going to round the corners off of these as well, and then we're going to score them. I never throw my punches away, so... And this was so much quicker, because you have to round off all your DSP as well. But I would do your DSP as you were layering it on, because sometimes it depends on how directional your paper is. The first album was great because it didn't require any direction to the paper. This one I'm doing now has had a few that are directional, so just go opposite corners. And it will be done in no time. Then we're going to do some scoring. I've done 6 of the pages. I will do 2 with you now and show you then how to put it together. And I need to cut my spine. And that is so simple. So there's the photo mats done. You can add paper to those, you can decorate those, you can do whatever you like to those. It's entirely up to you. So I've got all my photo mats cut now. I'm covered in corner bits. So these are my 7.5 by 11. Don't know what, oh, that's off another project. So I'm going to grab one of my cards again, and I'm going to cut this down to 7. I've marked my trimmer, so I want one of these at 1.5. I want one at 2.5. And one at, well, I would like one at 3. I don't think that's quite. 1.5, 2.5 and 3. So that's not quite enough. And this one needs to be at 3. So these 3 pieces we're going to score as well in a moment. They're going to be for our spine. That can go towards the next one. But what a cute little album. Absolutely adorable. So let's get the scoreboard up. And we'll start with our pages. Like I'm saying, the lady on the video used old cards, 7x5 cards, and cut them down by taking off 1.5 inches off one side, and then she had to get another 8 cards and cut 2.25 by the length. These are, like I say, an 11x7. We just rounded the corners, and you're going to score it 3.5 and 8.5. That's all you're going to need to do. You're going to get that wallet then like that. So this is all attached. We'll add our DSP and then we'll seal these ends up. The lady had to cut extra bits for this and then attach them with glue all the way around. I just thought they would be easier to attach if they were all one piece. So I like to make things a little bit easier for you as well. So again, 3.5 and 8.5. There are our last 2 pockets. These are going to be our covers to our, now I'm using thick 300 GSM cardstock, so you could either do these at 2 or you can do them at 5.5. It doesn't make it, as long as it's 2 inches on both pieces. So that's going to get folded. We're going to get strength to our spine in a moment. And they're 7.5 square, so you can't do the wrong side. So these are going to get glued together like that. So I'm going to use a bit of double-sided tape, and I'm going to be using some wet glue as well. So they're your covers. these now need scoring at 1/2 inch either side, so I'm just going to flip them out and use this outer side because I find it a bit hard to tuck into there. So 1/2 inch either side, 1/2 inch either side, and then 1/2 inch either side with the other one as well. There we go. Yes, I decided to buy myself the pick-me-up tool. Why not? So that can go away now. We've finished all our scoring. So I'll show you what I did on the pages. So I'm going to burnish the score line. So we want one that opens this way, and then we also want one that opens that way. So this is why I said to if you're using a directional paper, but thankfully this time I am not. It doesn't matter which way up this pattern goes. There's just no. You've got your 3-inch piece. You've got the two, and you're going to round the corners as well on 2 of those, and on the small piece, on the 3-inch piece, which is just going to go inside there, you won't have to round them off. So this is the 6 3/4 by 3, and I just wanted to use those papers because I thought they were absolutely gorgeous, and I do like to use products that people send me, little gifts and stuff, and make things beautiful out of them. So just to do them justice, so this piece to decorate goes on the opposite. It always goes glued down by the large flap, not by the small one. That way when we glue the small flap down, there we go, just get your bone folder in there. So now we can glue this piece down. So just put a line of glue on that side, and a line of the glue on that side, and just fetch this up and just give it a good burnish so we know it won't come off from its flap. And we've got our little tuck spot then, but can leave it to dry. So this is 6 3/4 by 2 1/4, and that's for that piece. I do apologise, my sniffling. So that's that piece. Isn't that beautiful paper? Absolutely gorgeous. And then these are our little pockets. This is going to slide in there beautifully, and it's just the perfect size. I'm just trying to level it off. That's perfect size. You could get 1, you could get 2, you could get up to 4 of those mats in each one if you wanted to, you know, with that. Oh, well, maybe 3, I'd say. You could pop 3 in each one and add photos to them, and they would comfortably go in there. And you'd have so many pictures. You could get easy get a nice good sized photograph on both sides. I might not decorate these, I might just leave them plain for going in, but I'm going to leave 1 inside there. So we just rounded off the corners, opposite ends. You could do some more fancy patterns, that's what I meant to say. These now are, these are only 3 by 6 3/4. Because I wanted to use those papers, like I'm saying, they weren't wide enough for me. I don't mind that strip there because you can journal down that bit now. You can add dates, you could add somebody's name, or what event you went to, or even write some inspirational words like congratulations. You can do it. You've got this. Look at the fun we had in calligraphy writing. How much fun would that be? So just lining them up. Again, just, this is going to be an open flap, so And like I say, it doesn't matter which direction your paper's going with this one. I love this art glitter glue. I've still got people asking me what it is. Art glitter glue. Love it. And I must say, I've been using this bottle now for about, oh, easy 10 months. Easy. 9-10 months, easy. So I've got a gap now, but I had some ribbon which I bought from the range, and it's self-adhesive. So I'm just peeling off the backing. Just going to add that there. You could also just add some double-sided tape to any ribbon. If you've got some nice lace ribbon like this, which goes with this pattern, I think that would be wonderful. And I cut this to each piece to 6 3/4. Some of them are a little bit long, but you know, it's easier to take a little bit off than add it. Perfect. And I've got a piece now for my last one, but doesn't that look beautiful with that gorgeous lace down the side? Like I say, you can write congratulations or somebody's name down the side there, or what happened at the event. So I'm going to turn that one that way, that way. Excuse me a moment. Just rub it. That's alright. Right, now I get our glue going again, because we need this piece to open up the flap on this side now. So I'm going to pop in my 3-inch piece, and it always goes by the large flap, not by the little one, otherwise, because the little flap is the one we glue down. So that goes in there. Nice little border all right round, and then we can glue this flap down, like I say. Just, if you don't, you could use tear tape, or you could use that little brown tape that I use, or just a 1/8 of an inch tape. Just, it's not going to really have much force on it, so I'm using wet glue because I know it sticks and it dries off. And if it oozes out, then no worries. And then we can add our small flap. But if you've got, like I say, a directional paper, be careful. I had, on my butterflies, I had to work out which corner went with where, otherwise my butterflies would have ended up upside down. So I had to carefully work that one out and do it on the repeat on the opposite side. So my butterflies went upside down. So you be careful when you're cutting your DSP for those, if you've got a directional paper. I would say save your designer series paper to round the corners off as you're putting it in. That way you can judge which corner you need to cut off, especially with a directional paper. But what a fantastic Mother's Day gift this would make. Oh my goodness. Especially to a wonderful mother-in-law. So these, if you want these where you can get your DSP, so it doesn't come, so it comes all the way to the edge. I'm just, like I say, using these papers to use up the gifts that were given to me. These should be 3 1/4 by 6 3/4. That way your paper will come all the way back here. But if you like me and don't mind having that little gap there, and I wanted to, like I say, just using up papers that were gifted. I can't make it any wider than what it was. But the pads were the perfect, and they had 4 slices in each, so that's just what I needed to make these gorgeous little albums. And Karen knows from the Netherlands that I would always put my stuff to good use. And these then can go up for surprises. Last piece of ribbon, and then we can start putting our album together. So I think I paid £1 a roll for this, and I got enough ribbon. I got 8 strips at 7 inches, well 6 3/4. There we go, that one fits perfectly. Isn't that gorgeous? So I can add my piece, and then I can show you the rest of the pages. So this, I'm going to have a pattern, butterfly, pattern, butterfly. So these are my next ones. These are my butterfly ones. Again, this didn't matter with the direction of paper. They look upside down there, don't they? But then, if you look, some of the butterflies are upside down and the right way. So it didn't matter which way round I turned this one. So that's that one. And we have the same on this side. So we add our photo mats now. So page 1, oh that's page 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then I've got another pattern paper. This was also directional, hence the fact that I corner rounded both pieces, because I did mine in advance, not thinking. So please do your corner rounding for your DSP. This one's perfect. I didn't have to do it on this one. Whilst you are attaching them to your pages. Or if you don't want to corner round, don't corner round anything. That way you'll get it all bang on. So that's that. And our final page is these gorgeous butterflies. So we've got pattern, butterflies, pattern, butterflies. And the same on the opposite side. So we've got pattern, butterfly, pattern, butterfly on the opposite side as well. I'm just going to put the lid on my glue. Just going to grab myself a wipe for my hands. Covered in glue they are. Oops. Right, now for our spine pieces. We needed to be adding glue and tape. And I wanted to show you that you add the tape just on the centre for this one, little one. We'll burnish the sides in a moment. I use the block because the block pushes all the air out. So there's no air under there now, and it's got good contact. So on the middle piece we need to add it, which way are we bending those? They bend that way. So these are going on the back. And again, use your block. Pushes out the air. And I'm going to put another piece down the centre. And now with the 3-inch piece, you are just going to add it to these flaps. I know, yeah. So grab your tape, add it to just these 2 outer flaps. Because the way the lady put that spine in, it was brilliant. Excuse me. Oh, I've got a cup of coffee here. Let me just have a swig, girls. Sorry about the sniffles. I do apologise. Perfect. And now you need to add a strip along the back, the bottom side of each one of these. So say that's the way this opens. You need to add a strip on the bottom. So one strip as close to the edge as possible on all your pages. So one, Been a lovely day. 2. Instead of adding it to the flaps on there, we're adding it on here. It's so much easier to get it in your album. 3. Let me just move that out. And 4. Pushing out the air while you're doing it, because you don't want your pages falling out. And then we're going to do the same on these as well, along the very bottom. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I do apologise for sniffling. I'm trying not to. Last piece. So that's that done. And now for my hinges on my album. I've got some 3/8 of an inch tape. This is a lot wider, and oh, it's a fly, made me jump. I'm just going to add some tape to one side, because then I'm going to glue as well. That way I've got the wiggle space. So this is nice and wide, this tape. Push all the air out. And I'm going to, like I say, use glue as well. It is so much stronger that way. I can just about get 3 pieces down here. This is a 2-inch gap. Perfect. That saved me having to wipe. It's had extra tape. I do apologise, I was just... Right, let's get our pokey tool. We're going to peel off the backings. And we're just going to grab our glue. You're going to need the glue quite a lot now, but it's so worth it. We're going to add the spine in a moment. I'm just adding glue to give me a bit of wiggle space, so I know I've got this in. And not only that, it will really keep this together. And this art glitter glue is brilliant. So we are going to glue this piece inside this piece. So pop it in, get it level, touch it down against the score line, and then just sit that down, making sure, and you're going to give that a good burnish. That is perfect. Perfect. It's going to be so strong. So there is our spine piece now. It's all in. With this, you're going to fold one of the sides back and pull back the tape. And then what you're going to do, this is going to lay flat on here. So I've given these 7, and the book is 7.5, so you're going 1/2 inch gap at the top and at the bottom, right along that score line. Fetch that in and push that down. So this is, hence 3 inches, because you're marking 1/2 inch either side. I think the lady did 3.5 and did 3/4 either side, but I didn't have, I had just cut my card and I had some spare, so it fit perfectly anyway. So you can mush this down now. That tape is the best tape in the world, and it's not going anywhere. So again, fold this back, you're going to glue that down, and you're going to take off the backing, and now you know it's in place. So it's the first time I've ever watched that lady. She does do a PDF on this, but she's using old cards, pre-bought cards. So if you wanted to do it my way, then you're more than welcome to do so. Excuse me, ladies, again, sorry. Oh, there we go. So, now we can burnish our score lines. And you want to do these both ways. So, burnish one way and then fold it over and burnish the other way. That way the pages will open both ways. And then if you want to find little bits of paper like I found to go down inside the grooves, you're more than welcome to do so. So again, just release the backings. I know this tape is down solid because I run my, there's no bumps in there whatsoever. So I'm going to place this and I'm going to tuck those flaps inwards just while I line it up and get a good distance either side. And it's exactly the same length, so it's going to line up right at the bottom bit here. And then I can walk that all the way up to the end and then give that a good rubbing down, making sure there's no air bubbles. And again, re-burnish your both ways. Look how neat that is, and it's all perfectly lined. Why is that higher than that? It's supposed to be the same height. Oh my goodness. Let me just check. That one's perfect. So again, we're going to burnish the score lines either side. And then we're going to stick this down the same way we just done that one. I'm doing okay. So let's peel off the backing. Line this up at the very bottom, giving yourself a good gap either side. And then you can burnish that in. So that's your pages, your spining, and they're all facing that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll push them over and burnish them that way. So now we're gonna arrange our book. So I want I'll have that as my first page. So I will put that as my first page. The thing is, you've got to flip them now. And then what you'll do, you'll put that in there. It's the same width, and then you'll glue that down. And when we come to put the next page on then, which will be our butterfly, again you will flip. No, these go on top this time, and then they get glued onto there. And you glue all the way up to the side here as well. So just get your pages ready. So I need the butterfly one. So that's going to be my first page. Perfect. Page 1 and then page 2. Because we want them to open that way. And then I want page 3. Page 3. Oops. That's right. And then that one fits on there. And that one fits on there. So, oh my gosh, it's so easy to do. Right, now here you will need your glue. So I'm going to just pop them to one side because I know which way they're laying. And I'm just going to flip these over. because I know which one they're in. So first page, I'm going to take off your backing, and then you're going to add glue all the way over to here. Because they're going to glued page to page, back to back. Come on now, don't start clogging up on me. That's there. I've got plenty of glue on. Oops. So, push this in, get it perfectly level, and then push that down. And then you're going to do the same with this one. Peel the back off. Because we've just attached it on there, we need to attach this on there, leveling up your pages. And leveling up your pages so they glue together perfectly. Or you could literally pull this flap out and make sure that is glued all the way up to there. And give it a good burnish. Oh, sorry, let me just... I do apologise, I don't mean to sniffle at all. It's not very professional like, so I'm going to just do this one first, like this. It doesn't matter which one we put glue on. So this is our page. Line this up perfectly here. I love the fact that you can slide that up there. Line this up. It's absolutely, you've got a good 1/4 inch gap. So, oops, she said sticking to her fingers. So line that up and then push that over. That's how simple that one is. Pull this flap out, and then what you're going to do with this one, you're going to line it up and make sure that they join together like that. How simple. So I'm going to put the glue on this one this time. When it doesn't want to clog up. Oh, come on. Just give that one more go. I need to clean my bottles. Oops, that stuck to there. That's better. Why are you clogging up? Oh my goodness, what is wrong with this glue today? Just bent my pin. I'm having a bad day, girls, bad day. I did this one on the other book and it stayed perfect. So again, line this up, get it neat top and bottom. Line that up to there. Making sure your pages are equal. And just, you can just squeeze them together like that if you want. Or you can just open them up. Give that a good rub in. So, we've got our 4 pages in already on this side. And it lays flat. Now we just need to repeat the process with these pages. So, I am going to work my way backwards. This one is going on here. Push that up. Making sure I've got it level down there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Page 2 is our butterflies. And this is going this way. Again, take off the backing. That's plenty of glue. open this flap out to give you a guide, and then you can attach that. Get your page bang on. Oops. And then you can press that down into place. Making sure these are glued together. Absolutely perfect. We have got this one now. We are just going to open this flap to give us a guide and keep our pages straight there. Making sure it's level in the book, and we can press that over. Perfect. Give it a good rubbing down. And then we're on to our last page. How quick are these going in? I know, yeah. So we can again open the flap, and you can see that they're all laying perfectly together. Again, line that up against that score line, along there, and then give that a good press. Whoops, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee, girls. I won't be a second. Oh, it's lovely. So, there are our pages in our book. We can press them now and burnish them both ways. So this is the centre. That's how flat your hinge is. How perfect is that? So, I have got my craft card and my designer's paper. This is 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and my DSP is 7 by 5. So I need to glue that on there. And you'll need 4 of these. I think I'm going to have to just, after filming this, I'm going to have to go and clean this nozzle. It just does not want to squeeze any more glue out properly. I'm getting close to the bottom. There's still a good ounce though in there, easy. So, beautiful border top and bottom. And I chose this as my cover pages because it's just absolutely gorgeous. Give that a burnish down. And I've now got 4 of those. So I'm going to add them to the inside of my mini album here. You could tape these in, you could just glue them in. I'm just going to make sure that's... And I've also got a piece of this card at 1 3/4 by 7 1/4, and the DSP is 7 by 1 1/2 for the spine outside as well. Oh, there's a fly flying around. Oh, I hate that. I've got to keep the bathroom window open. It's just so warm in this house. Look at my glue, look at it. It's just not playing ball, is it? It's just so warm. So, let's put one. Oops. On that outside. Don't forget to give yourself a nice little border all the way round. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got one for the inside cover. Oh my goodness. I'm having no luck with this glue. Comes out lovely at first, and then all of a sudden stops. Look! Oh my goodness. It's just drying uber fast. So now for the line this up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze then. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. So we got the front cover, the back cover, and I'm going to match it and mirror it with these gorgeous papers off the fantastic, I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's get a bit of this on. It's faster for one. And I can add a splash of glue in the centre as well. Because it's doing me head in, trying to wait for the glue to dry, to come out the bottle. And I can give them a good smooth when they're in there. Just line it up. Perfect. And just give it a good smooth. That was so much faster than me trying to pump out glue, wasn't it? So again, let's get some more on this. Use your block. Gets rid of all their bubbles. I'm just putting 3, because this is just the cover. It's not going to have anything wear and tear on. But then we're done. It's up to you now to decorate and enjoy your album. I think it's smart. Mine are going to go up for prizes. And people can pick and choose this in the next coming weeks what they want to win. And non-directional paper again as well. So just pop. If you're entering the weekly sketches for 4 weeks at a time, your name goes into a draw and you could win one of these prizes. So there you have it. There is that gorgeous album for beginners. Sturdy as hell. You could even add chipboard if you wanted to. I don't think it needs it. So page 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Plenty of space to add loads of photos. So there we have it. There are my 2 absolutely gorgeously stunning albums. This one looks taller than that one for some reason. Oh, it's not. But because I haven't added any sentiments or anything yet, it's up to me which side I want to call the front or the back. And they're both mirrored. Absolutely beautiful. So there we are. I hope you enjoy. I really enjoyed making it with you. But thank you for watching. I'd love a thumbs up and a share. And I do apologise for the sniffles. I don't really mean to have a bad cold, but that's the way life goes. And I've tried my best to keep it down to, oh, but never added my spine. Right, let's see if we can get some glue out. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. I forgot about the spine. And like I'm saying, the craft card is 7 1/4 by 1 3/4 because the spine is 2 inches. And the DSP is 7 by 5, by 1.5. Amazing. Amazing. Gives me loads of glue now. So I'm just adding this as a contouring trass just on the spine of mine. I wanted to stick with mainly the black theme for this one, and I added some extras for this one because I didn't have enough of that. But thank you for watching. Until next time, please don't forget to press subscribe and the little bell. That way you'll be notified of all future videos. And I do my best to post every single day. So come and see what I make tomorrow. Bye.